introduction. If we don't know each other, I've been doing this a little while. Very passionate. Nick Martinez challenged me the other day. My mission here is to change 1 million lives. Now, I think we've done that indirectly, but I want to do it directly. So I want to build a team of 1 million people, which is pretty big, fun goal. But at the end of the day, what motivates me is seeing people live, people having life, people that are not well getting better. If you don't know my story, I lost use of my leg in my 20s. I had a brain injury. I lost use of half of my face. I got diagnosed with an autoimmune condition, and life sucked. It was really tough. Everything felt like it was taken away from me. I was a pretty high level athlete, Marine, so I was pretty intense person to feel like they have nothing left to live for at 20. Now, I didn't understand life at that time. I didn't have kids, I didn't have relationships. I just had myself. So I would have been very selfish. But at the time, it was tough. It was the worst time of my life. And the blessing I've had is I've learned how to live and take my life back over. And so introduced Prove It 8 years ago, doing the ketogenic diet. Now I don't have to. I literally had a nurse come over yesterday. He's my neighbor. I've known him for 3.5 years. And he goes, 3.5 years. He goes, I think we had a barbecue and he's like, I think I got everything keto. I go, I'm not keto for like the 900th time. I go, I used to be keto. I don't have to be keto anymore. I go, I get to drink ketones. He tried the product. He's like, there's too much sodium, and he never would talk to me again about it. So that's good. That's his choice. But here's the deal. Now I did ask for full participation. Okay. So I really want you to participate with me here. I'm going to pull up the chat. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a moment. What's up, Justin? We're going to take a moment here, and I'm going to ask you some questions, because the training I'm going to take you through quite possibly will be the training that changes the trajectory of your entire business. If you're new, for sure. In the chat, if you don't mind, put in how long you've been with us. But more importantly, for you, that person that's been around for a year or two, this will be the chat that you really need to listen to. Okay. Because what we're going to talk about is how to ultimately grow your business. But there's one component that we all have to be aware of to get our business going. Now, there's some intricacies in growing a huge international business. There's intricacies in having a big team. There's intricacies that you're going to need to know, but you don't need to know that now. Right now, how many of you want to go after and either get closer to hitting multiplier, hit MVP, or to hit roundtable, right? If you want to be closer to hitting multiplier, closer to hitting roundtable, or closer to hitting or hitting MVP multiplier, put it, or just regular MVP if you're early, if you're new enough. So there is something called ACE. Does everybody know what ACE stands for? So if you're brand new, ACE is 8 years, 1 year, 8 months. I was like, 8 years. Like, who is that? Chad Man. Oh, I love it. I hope I was treating you nice out there. So, somebody said no to ACE. So ACE is a one of Prove It systems, and it's a tract. So it's the first thing that we talk about. If you're brand new, you've been in for 8 years, it's a tract. Now, what I found with attraction, there's more to it than just attracting people. Because if you don't have confidence in what you're going to say next, it usually doesn't go very far. Am I tracking? Y'all tracking with me? ACE works if you're confident, if you're excited. But if you're attracting people, let's use this as an example. You had to give you an example. I slept really bad last night. So I feel really good, ironically. And I didn't expect to when I woke up, but it was a rough one last night. Lots of babies. So I woke up this morning, I could attract somebody, but if I felt like crap, how am I going to talk to that person? Do you think I'm going to have confidence in my conversation? Do you think they're more likely to follow me if I feel like crack? Justin, your call really got me the other day. But if I feel like crap, I look like crap, and I don't have anywhere I'm going towards, like I don't have anything to talk about, okay? So you could be world-renowned at attracting. How many of you out there right now are attracting people or would like to attract more people and get them to convert? And if that's the question, so if you want to grow a big business here, and if you're brand new, or if you want to relaunch, if you want to get re-going, Kate, I'm glad you're on, because I'm going to call you out. If you ask Kate Higdon, going for the summer slim down in June, guaranteed you got her to attract to more people attracted towards her. So it is about attracting. All I'm going to talk about is attracting. It is the beginning of the entire system. Without attracting, connecting, and enrolling won't happen. So we need to attract people. We need people to look at us and go, what are we doing? Now, Anna is, I don't know if that's Anna. Is that Anna there? But she is beating the heck out of that bowl right now. This is good. Everybody's small on my screen, so I can't quite see everybody. There she is. That must be your little one there. This is awesome. But we want to attract. They attracted me. You all see that, what happened. They attracted me because they're literally with the spoon beaten into a bowl. And I'm like, what are they doing? That was attraction, right? So here's the real conversation we're going to have today. I want you to grow a big business. I do. I really do. I want you to have a huge business. I want you to have a great success. I also want you to change your life forever and get healthier forever. And I'm going to take a few minutes and help you do that today. So without going back into stories, but I can tell you multiple stories where I could, if you've been in for a while, you plateaued when your business plateaued, when your body plateaued, or your health plateaued, or your goals of the product plateaued. Y'all tracking me here? Your business plateaued when you plateaued, whatever that plateaued is, right? I never did this for fat loss, right? I did it for health. So as soon as I got my energy to where I thought it should be, I plateaued. Does that make sense? Doesn't mean a bad thing. It might be exactly where I want it to be, but there's a caveat to this, and I'll explain. What I'd like to do is for all of you to get more excited about your Scott. We still need to talk. I want you to get more excited about your transformation, and you have to decide what that transformation looks like. I want you to get more confident about your transformation, and I want you to share it louder than ever before. Where if you do attract, or when you attract more people, you're confident in telling them what you're doing. So here's what we're going to do. In the chat, I want you to put down right now, if you came in for weight loss or fat loss, put me in the chat. If you came in for weight loss or fat loss, put me in the chat. Now there's a lesson in this, y'all. I didn't come for weight loss or fat loss, and I avoided it like the plague. And that's okay. You always want to find your tribe. But I realized it's easier to get somebody that wanted to lose 5 pounds than it is for somebody that just wants mental clarity. People don't know what mental clarity really is. There's no way to quantify it, right? So people don't quite, they kind of like the idea of it, but usually there's another hook that gets them in. So most of you, how many of you have plateaued or have stalled or maintained fat loss, or have even gained some of it back? Put me in the chat. Now, if you didn't come in for fat loss like myself, stay with me here. I got some things for you too. I got lots of things. Me losing it. Okay, this is good. Trish is still losing it, but it slowed down. Did the slowdown slow her down? Mary Catherine, that's awesome. Did the slowdown slow her down? Right? So Trish, I'd be wondering, it didn't. Awesome. That's great. So when people plateau, what happens is they start questioning, is the product working as well? They start questioning, am I worthy? They start questioning what they're doing, is if they're on the wrong plan. This happens quite often. When that happens, even if you're attracting, if you're in a questioning mode or a doubt mode, do you think you're more likely to encourage or inspire that person to come with you? Less likely. So this is what I want you all to do. This is what I want you to do. If you're still crushing it, good. If you're still crushing your goals. But if you're not, I want you to write down, and we're keeping this simple, y'all, till the end of the month. We're just going to focus on the end of the month. You can have longer goals. That's fine too. But I want you to the end of the month. It might be, I'm going to lose 10 pounds in July. I have a dudes group that we're doing. That's what we're all doing. We're doing 10 pounds in July. We're going to do a call on it a little bit later. So 10 pounds in July. It could be if you're sick and tired of going after the scale, which I'm not a huge fan of the scale for the long-term health reasons, but I am for social media and for attracting people in to prove it. So it's kind of a conundrum, right? Because people get attracted by weight loss, but the reality is we have to focus on health, right? And some people, well, that's another, we'll do another product, mastering fat loss another day. So number one, you got to set a goal. This could be, I'm going to walk a 5K. I'm going to run a 5K by the end of July. You pick the date. I'm just giving you a rough estimate. This could be, I like physical goals. If you're not going to do a fat loss goal, if you're not going to do like a weight loss goal because it's a number. The other one, I want to fit back into my skinny jeans. How skinny are those skinny jeans, Kate? I've never worn skinny jeans. Every jean has to have a big ass on it. Just because my legs and my butt are big. All right. So size 4. See how so Kate has a number? I want to get back into my skinny jeans, size 4. Right? But she would want to just put what she was starting at or what she used to be in just to give contrast, right? I'm doing a 5K in July. Awesome. I want everybody on here to set a goal, and I'm going to rattle off a bunch, but once you have a goal, I want you to put it in the chat and don't say anything else, okay? 10 more pounds. Perfect. Okay. It could be a walking goal for some of you. I want to walk a mile every day till the end of the month. It could be, I want to walk 5 miles. I want to walk 10 miles. And your part of your training is walking 1 mile every week. And then 3 times a week, you walk 3 miles and you build up that way, right? Tight abs doesn't work. Tighten up my abs doesn't, it's a traction piece. Actually, I take it back, Angie. That would work because it's abs. Tighten up your biceps probably wouldn't work. But write it down. Angie, I'm going to take back what I said. I think tighten your abs will work. You just have to be able to share it the right way. Okay. Truly say ketones got me to lose 10 pounds. All right. I want everybody to put in the chat. Just put in what your goals are for the week. I want everybody to read them so people don't get missed by some of the chatter. Okay. 10 pounds in July. It could be, I want to hold a plank for 5 minutes. It could be, I want you to make it a health-based goal that's measurable and that we can talk about. Everything I'm doing here is on purpose, right? Think about this. If you're you can't go and go, hey, I want my 1AC to go down. Well, 90% of people don't even know what that is, right? I want my blood sugar to get regulated. That's not going to work. Those are health goals. Those are all important, but we can't talk about those. So what kind of goal can you get excited about and can you talk about? 10 pounds, planks, walks, run. I want to run. I did a call with a lady. She's 70 years old and she ran a half marathon. Y'all, she was like, the doctor told her to never work out ever again in her life. She ran a half marathon, right? Do you think she attracted some people? Heck yes. I want to walk 8 miles a week. Awesome. Awesome. Now, is that a real challenge or is that something you're already doing? So I want you to put down a goal and you're gonna commit to it today, by the way. So this is it. We need to attract more people. I want a sauna 3 to 5 days a week. I want a gallon of water a day. Gallon of water a day will work. These are really simple things. It doesn't have to be crazy. It can be a gallon. True story. We had a team, Chad Mann came from this in Iowa. The reason we got the team really up and going had to do with one thing. We were doing our 10-day challenges. Had to do with planks and burpees in a hospital room, like in a hospital. They were admins in the hospital, they were doing a bunch of stuff and they were doing burpees and between all the records. Well, that's how we got the team really going. Why? Because when they were posting about, oh my God, I'm proud of myself, I did 10 burpees today. Do you think that attracted people? Yes. When they said, what are you doing and why are you doing the burpees? Well, I want to lose 10 pounds by the end of July. And so I have a goal and I've been drinking my ketones. I've been doing my burpees. Every day I do an exercise that challenges me that they tell me to do. So why did that work so well? Why did that attract so many people? Well, the reason why it worked is because she had a very specific goal. She wanted to lose 10 pounds in July. She had things that she was doing that was attracting people were looking at her going, what is she doing? Like, this isn't normal. This is not like her. And she was confident in what she was doing because she was having fun and she was excited about it all. So you could do 10 pounds in July, but we're gonna have to come up with the strategy. So the last 10 minutes of the Zoom, how are you going to talk about it? So Michelle, if yoga 3 times a week isn't exciting, right? If it's something you've never done before, then that will work. If it's something that you already do and everybody you know already knows you're a yogi, you might want to find a different goal. It might just be, I want to do, I'm not saying Michelle it is, but I'm just saying if it was, let's say that you pick something that you naturally know. Like if I say my goal is to go to the gym, do you think any of my friends are going to go, what is he doing? No, because the gym is normal for me. Right? If Kelly's a swimmer and she goes, I want to swim laps 20 minutes, awesome. If she's a swimmer and always been swimming, is that going to be really exciting to attract people? So what you're picking has to be something that people would want to check out. So I'll give you an example. She might say, Kelly might say, I'm going to go swim 20 minutes, but I got to do at least 10 minutes of the butterfly, which I've never done before. I'm just making that up, by the way, Kelly. If yoga, Michelle wants to go, I'm going to do yoga for 20 minutes. And maybe if she's been doing yoga for a while, maybe it's a pose that she shows a picture of and she keeps going for it. Let's say that she did a side-by-side picture of her attempting to do a headstand. Just example, I'm just trying to show you what we're trying to do here is we want you to get healthier and I want you to go for a goal, but I also want you to remember that what you're going for has to be attractable when people go, what are you doing? Right? What are you doing? So could you imagine somebody doing a headstand? So you take a perfect, one of those pretty little ladies that do headstands in yoga, like perfect, like absolutely perfect. And then you attempt to do it right next to her and you take a side-by-side picture of you kind of like all over the place. But every week you got better at it, right? Do you think that would start to attract people? People are going to start to go, well, are they going to do it? Like, how's this going? So it creates attraction and you're working towards it. So you have confidence and excitement about it. So these are some cool things that you can do if you're already like, for me, I give you an example. I wanted to get back to doing 20 pull-ups. So what I did, because I'm a fitness guy, so nobody's going to be surprised by me going to the gym. Now going back and doing 20 pull-ups like I did in the Marine Corps when I was 19 years old, well, that's a little bit more like, can he do it? So every single day or every other day I went to the gym, I would give an update and I would do a little video of me doing pull-ups and I would put the number on it. People are going, hey, did you get there? They're actually encouraging me on. Does that make sense? Did I create attraction? Cool. So here's what we're going to do. And if you really smart people out there are really good at this, I want you to use the chat box to help some people out. So we got to take your goal, whatever your goal is. You got to commit to your goal. What is your commitment level to that goal? Is if you got 9 or 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, what's your commitment to that goal? And if it's not a 10, then I would recheck your goal. If it's not a 9, I would recheck your goal. It's probably not that exciting for you. Okay. So if it's not a 9 or a 10, then it's not that exciting for you. It's got to be exciting. Okay. Now what we need to do is take the next 10 minutes. And if you can put your goals in the chat, I want us to collectively come up with some ideas of how do we share our story or our journey, right? So if you're doing a walking goal, what you would want to do, I'm going to give you some tips. We're all going to use social media, but that's not the only thing we're going to use. I'm going to explain why. So if you're doing a walking goal, I want you to go for a walk. Let's say that you want to walk, you're going to run a 5K or you're going to walk a 5K. If you're going to do 10 pounds, I'll tell you that one next. If you're going to do a walking goal, what I want you to do is I want you to do a walk today. Post a picture of you done with the walk, sweaty, nasty looking, right? I want you to post a picture of you trying to run. If you're a runner, like put the camera up ahead of you, run into the camera, like run for like 9 seconds into the camera, and then write a message on it. Tell people where you're starting, but then tell people where you're going. My goal for this month is to run a 5K, not walk at all. Here's day 1. So you tell them what you're doing. Tell them where you're going. Tell them what you're doing. That's all you're going to do. If you want to lose 10 pounds, I want you to do a post on social media. You can do it with a picture of your lovely face, or you can just do it with a colored background. And all I want you to say is, I'm going to lose 10 pounds for the month of July. Or I'm going to burn 10 pounds of fat off my love handles. That probably even sounds better. I'm going to burn so much fat in the month of July, I'm going to see my calves for the first time. say something that tells them what you're going to do. Okay. Now this is just we call it the coming out. I like to play craps. So don't take that the other way, but I like to play craps. So you got to come out, right? You got to let people know you're going to play. Craps is a good analogy for our business, by the way. So if it's yoga, then set a standard and put a picture of you attempting to do yoga. Now, if you, like I said, if you're already good at it, set something that would create some type of interest. I run a 20K by the end of the month. Mary, that's awesome. So if Mary says, I want to run 20K at the end of the month, I would even say that is, what is that, 9.2 miles or something, or 8.7 miles? Is that how it works? Yeah. So I would even put in there like how many miles that is. Awesome. Okay, so that's first thing is we're going to come out. Second thing you're going to do at least 3 times a week, and you can do this every day, at least 3 times a week. And remember, I'm going to talk about non-social media in a second. At least 3 times a week, you got to give an update. And this is non-negotiable. And this update isn't just for you. This update is, well, it is for you. Sorry, it isn't just for them. This is for you to hold you accountable to doing it. So at least 3 times a week, you have to give an update. Preferably give an update every day, either in your stories or on your grids or wherever you're going to do it on a reel. Preferably do a story every day. If you want to lose 10 pounds, if you did a story every day, I update day number 2, I drank a gallon of water today. Proud of myself. Hey, it's day number 2, I intermittent fasted. I need my first meal till 12 o'clock. Day number 2, it doesn't have to be about, did I lose weight yet? Maybe each Monday you give an update, right? Oh, I lost 3 pounds this week. I'm down into, I'm in my skinny jeans. My ankles made it in my skinny jeans, but my butt still hasn't got there yet, right? It could be anything. You can have fun with this, y'all. So here's what you want to do is at least 3 days a week, you're going to post about this, but preferably every day. Preferably every day you give an update. Sunday, hey, this is my off day. I relaxed today and I'm grateful for life today. That's okay. It's still your journey. You're telling people about your journey. Got it? So you got to set the goal and then create the standard, okay? You got to get excited about something. If you're sick and tired of trying to go for weight loss and you've been trying to lose weight for a long time and you're just plateaued, what I'm going to tell you to do is don't choose that one. Choose something else. Choose a walk. Choose an exercise. Choose something that changes up what you were doing. Something that you weren't doing before. Do something different now. So that was just a little side thing. So if you've been plateaued for a while and you know you're trying to do the right things, try something else. Go for a 5K walk. Okay. Outside of social media, here's what I want you to do. If you're going for a walk, go walk in a public place. If it was wintertime, I'd tell you to go walk in the mall, but probably not winter. Most of the places, Australia, it's winter. If it's a walk, ask people, hey, I'm going to go walk. I want to walk a 5K. Do you want to do it with me? It doesn't have to be about ketones, y'all. Community-based marketing started, when we started it, you just invited people to go hiking and go wherever. Guess what? Ketones would come up. It wasn't the focus of the conversation. So if you're going to go lose 10 pounds in July, tell people, hey, I want to go lose 10 pounds in July. Who wants to do it with me? You get to talk about them doing it with you. Hey, I'm here. I'm with Sarah. We're walking. We're doing our 10 miles. We're doing our 10 pounds this month. And I'm down, we're crushing it. We decided that this week we're going to focus on walking and getting, 20,000 steps in every day, whatever that looks like. And then you tag Sarah in it and it goes into her wall. And next, people are asking Sarah what she's doing. Well, I want to walk with you guys. You should have invited me. This happens. This is what's real. If your goal is to do yoga, then you go do your yoga in our yoga room. This is the time to go out and get into front of public, get in front of people. If you can, I understand. But this is a time to utilize your goal to get in front of people so that you can talk about your goal. What are you doing this for? If you are going to go run a 10K, go sign up for it. Right? Maybe you maybe you have a teammate do a booth at the one that you just signed up for. So what we have to do is what you're going to want to do, is not just do social media. You're also going to want to do is you're going to want to find a way to get out in front of people, right? Find a way to get out in front. Do this with 3 or 4 people. You guys, you can do this with teammates, by the way. Pick 5 teammates and do it with. Hey, I want to do it. Now, I would tell you do your own team. Don't go do cross teams. Do your own team. Hit all your customers and say, hey, I'm going to go I want to go lose 10 pounds this month. Anybody want to do it with me? I'm going to be really focused. Hey guys, I'm going to do a 5K, walk a 5K. Any of you want to do it with me? You can even do it virtually. You don't even have to do it while you're with me. So these things, you can do it constantly with your current people also. Now, I don't want you to only focus on current people. I want you to also focus on new people. But guess what? Helping your customer walk more is going to serve you in your business. I guarantee it. So before I get off, I just want to do a quick little summary. What's your goal? And this is a non-negotiable. This is like non-negotiable. This is your goal. This is what you're going for. Okay. You're going to go after it. All right. Pick one thing. You can pick 5, but pick one thing that matters the most, the thing that you can talk about the most. Number 2 is you're going to be posting about your progress on that goal at least 3 times a week, preferably every single day. Preferably every single day. In some form, you can do stories, you can do your grid, variety of all of that, but at least 3 times a day, you want to let people know what you're doing. Number 4, 5, 3, I'm not sure what order I'm in. What you want to do is pick your goal and have people doing it with you that are in your life. There's a million people out there that want to lose 10 pounds with you. They do. Guess what? They don't have to drink the product to lose the 10 pounds. They will. If you go crush your goal and they don't jump on the product bandwagon yet, they're going to be by the time you're done. If you go head to head, let's just say that you want to lose 10 pounds, you go head to head with somebody that's not drinking our product, go crush them. Go lose more than 10 pounds. Use the summer slim down. That was my last thing I was going to end with. Do the summer slim down and talk about it. This is a great avenue to do that with. But set your goal. Don't set your goal just to do the summer slim down. Set your goal of what is it going to do to elevate your health. What I want you to do is get more confident. By the end of July, if you hit or when you hit your goals, are you going to be more confident about your progress? If you're going to be more confident about your progress, you're going to be more tractable and you're going to talk about it more with more confidence, which is going to lead to more signups. I hope this makes sense. Y'all, it is this simple. It doesn't matter if it's the business or the product or getting customers or promoters. It has to come down to, can you attract and are you confident and are you excited enough to bring them with you? Remember Prove-It's mission statement. We inspire people to become the best version of themselves, right? We inspire people but that's the same thing. You're now Prove It, right? You're inspiring people to become the best version of yourself. None of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. But if we can set a goal or a standard that we want to live by and we pursue it, now it's just about getting that pursuit in front of people. You're going to inspire people to become better. Now, how many of you, I'm going to wrap up with this. How many of you in the chat have had success on our product? You can just put me. I would assume all of you. Success can come in a lot of ways, right? Okay. You are the most qualified to help the person you used to be. So if you've plateaued or if you've slowed down or if you're not where you want to be, you're still in a better place than you were before. So you are the most qualified to help the person you used to be. Now, for some of you, that might have been somebody that was 75 pounds, needs to lose 75 pounds. But like Trish here, who's lost 75 pounds, but she used to be 20 pounds heavier, right? She used to be 30 pounds. So she can help anybody along the way. Maybe it's not even about the weight. Maybe it's about somebody that was self-image, felt, unconfident about themselves. Maybe it was somebody that felt lonely about themselves. I know what it's like to feel like you're alone and you're in this by yourself, but guess what? We're not. We're going to go do this walk this month. Every day we're going to walk for a mile. You want to come join us every day you can. Just come join us. You're not in this alone. Doesn't have to be about ketones. That will all fall into place, right? We want to have keto conversations, but we want to have more conversation than just keto conversations. So setting a goal for the month of July gives you the ability to be confident about a conversation. If you think about this, if you did this before the 4th of July weekend, every time you talk to somebody saying like, okay, what do you got going on this month? How many people say that? What do you got going on this summer? Well, actually this summer, I'm really just focused on July. I need to drop 10 pounds. I'm going to run a 10K. I'm going to do some yoga. I'm going to, whatever your goal is, I'm going to run a marathon. Whatever your goal is, you're now setting a standard. They're like, oh, you are? Yes, I am. If you want to do it with me, come with me. Like, oh my God, you know what? Sally and Sharon both wanted to do something like this. Can we all do it together? Yes, you can. You start and then you're drinking ketones. What are they going to ask you? What are those? So be okay with that process of letting it unfold naturally, but pursue your best version, okay? Pursue you. So with that said and done, I really want everybody to understand that it's okay not to feel like you're not a product of the product. It's okay to feel like things aren't working. That is normal in life. Brian calls it troughs and peaks and valleys, right? Or you got the ups and downs or the seasons. The human body wasn't designed to be straight line perfect. It wasn't designed, it's literally designed to change throughout the year. So it doesn't surprise me where people will change. We all change and we're all evolving. But if we don't have something that we're working towards, eventually you get lost. If you're a boat in the water, just sitting there with no destination to go, you're just going to float away. And then you're going to have to be okay or content or happy with where the boat ends up arriving. Or you can set a destination towards somewhere and you can go to that destination, get there and go, you know what, listen, it's not really about the weight for me. It's really about the clothes for me. Okay, I'm just going to change the destination and go to get the skinny jeans, right? Or, you know, it wasn't really about my body image, or it wasn't really about the weight. It was about how I believed in myself. It was my own mental body image. Okay, well, this is where you go now. So what that does is it leads you, and you're now moving across the ocean rather than just floating to wherever the water is going to take you. So what I like so much about doing these little micro challenges for yourself, and you can do this for your relationships, you can do this for your health, you can do this for your income across the board. And we talk a lot about build and prove it, but listen, I want you to build your confidence, set a standard that you can go for, set something that you can live for, something that you're proud of you doing. I don't care what it is. I really don't. I mean, you can literally build a multi-million-dollar business and prove it if you just became like you try to become a better crocheter. Like, listen, I want to use this round hook with a back flat. I don't know anything about crocheting, by the way. And you could just be excited about that and go for it, and then slip in ketones and talking about it and transform your body. Guess what? People are going to watch. People are going to go like, what is she doing? True story. So you have to pursue something that you're excited about, something that you want to go for. And when you do that, you're going to attract more people with more excitement, and you have a better conversation of converting them to anything you want them to do, because they can feel your energy. So let's have an awesome July. I hope you guys all have a good 4th of July for you Americans out there. I asked my buddy from the UK, I go, do you celebrate 4th of July? I was trying to be funny. He didn't think it was very funny, but I thought it was funny. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great month. And listen, pursue the best version of you. You're not trying to be anybody else. And when you wake up each day, just know that you have a goal that you set for yourself. Just go achieve that goal. It doesn't have to be mountains, just has to be steps, and keep moving there. If you're not doing the summer slim down with us, you should be. If you're not in the Prove It Facebook group, the Drink Ketones daily group, the group it's changing y'all, and it's going to be a deal breaker for your customers. It's going to be what's going to move people along the way. So definitely use that group and plug in. So with that said and done, y'all, I'll have an awesome July. I'm sure I'll see you guys again soon, but have a great week. Cheers. Oh, LCD is starting tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. So cheers, y'all.